Both in the military and in the civilian, it is all about the Fulanis. When they came in 1804 in the north and conquered the whole north, they exterminated all the Hausa princes who were already there. They now established themselves and created Emirate Council. Go and check in the north. No other person can be an emir except a Fulani man. Why? They made people there when they came in. They made people who were there. There was a structure there, but they have established all those and imposed their own structure. And because of the success of what they did in the north, they want to spread it all over Nigeria. Okay, so they will look around, and look one sycophant and bring him and impose him on the paper. He's a sycophant. From Buhari to Tinubu, he's a sycophant. No put on them. If not, how can you open your mouth and say this type of thing? Because you are in APC. The same way the Western world will look for one sycophant and impose him on Nigeria, who will be dancing to their tune. Economic poverty is very minor compared to the damage intellectual poverty, mind poverty can do to a man. The worst thing that can happen to any man is to have this mental poverty. If you have got to that place, then the person is gone. That is why they will give you 5,000, and you don't ask yourself, what will this 5,000 do for me and my future? Because the mental poverty have taken over the actual mentality, their actual intellect. Tell me any reasonable man that can do that. No. It is always the poor. Okay, what they are giving you now is starvation allowance. They want to keep you for the election. And they want to make sure you don't die and you don't live. That is it. Keep you in between life and death.
Limbo.
The limbo, so that they can manipulate you during the election after you vote it. You will now see the real hair. Because if you come back in second term, maybe because remember when Buhari came back, he said the next level. Was it not when we now saw real hair under his watch? It's the same trajectory that people want to follow. No. What is going on is that agenda they are pursuing.
And which is?
Islamization of Nigeria.
Is it possible?
It's already here.
It's not possible.
Oh, no, my brother, hold on. You remember Turkey was the last standpoint. If they have taken, not for the Crusaders who came to stop them in Turkey, they have already entered Europe. Go and read the history, how Turkey was overrun. Mm-hmm. Turkey is was a complete Christian state. It is because you have a bad leader. A leader who don't have any vision. You know how when the Lagos Ibadan package Tinubu, they say it's a master strategy. He's the only one who has prepared for governorship since 30 years ago. I was on this studio, I was saying, look, forget it. You people don't know what you are saying. They called me names and all that. Today, because I know this man like the back of my hands. I know what he did in Lagos State here. He tried with press. You know, he has a media house. So they package him and make him look like he's the next thing after God. But look at it today. Tinubu have not run any business. I mean, a hardcore business that say, yeah, who managed this business to this level? He has not. Everything he told us about is all lies from beginning to the end. And I'll ask him, I say, is this person that is a master strategist? A man you cannot trace anything good to his name. I wonder where those people are now. All the people that brought people to us, who packaged him and told us he's the next thing after God. People that have been running Nigerian affairs are not politicians. I have said it. They are just opportunists. They came to collect their own national cake and then move on, just like Buhari did. Okay, look at it this way. With all that Buhari did, even the one he confessed with Roma, have anybody mentioned his name in the corruption? We are not asking you to be a said. It's not possible. Please, if you come into office and you saw 10 naira in our treasury, why not use 8 naira and work for us? It will show. If you like, take the other 2 naira for yourself. If you are giving us 8 naira and you use it to work, it will show now that yes, you are working. But when you come into office and the reverse is the case, out of 10 naira, you took 8 naira and put in your pocket first. What will 2 naira do for the whole nation? That's what is the problem now. How did China feed their people? Did you hear China begging for food from anybody all over the world? I'm talking about a nation of 1.4 billion human beings. A nation 1.4 billion. How did they survive? Are we not ashamed of ourselves? Just 200 million and you are struggling for food. If we now get to 300 and 400 million, what will now happen? We will not be eating ourselves. That will tell you where we are heading to. That's where Nigeria is now. 64, you don't have like you are struggling with 3,000 megawatts of electricity, 3,000 megawatts.
Well, people keep saying that.
Something that one company will use in America, one of their military manufacturing factories, they consume 3,000 megawatts of electricity, and that's what a whole country is struggling with.
There has been issues raised. Nigerians are really worried, and they're asking questions. And the questions are not born out of unpatriotism. The questions are born out of patriotism. Nigerians are asking, who owns livestock business in Nigeria? A few months back, or a month back, we heard that Etiala came up and said they wanted a ministry. This is July, less than 1 month, to be precise. The ministry has been created. The question is it the right thing to do? At this time when we're talking about saving costs, at the time when we're talking about moving this country forward, at the time when there's so much hunger in the land, is this the right time to begin to talk about creation of a new ministry, particularly a ministry that focuses on livestock? Barrister Darlington.
My brother, this is very strange, though I'm not surprised. From day one, I've always said that Tinubu is a northern president. He's not a Nigerian president. The facts are there. These people have not hidden their control of Tinubu. They have expressed it, they have exposed it, they have said it.
Are you affirming? Because people have said that this government is being managed, this micromanaged from outside. Now you are saying that it is being micromanaged from within.
Both within and outside. You have internal and external buccaneers masquerading as a leadership in Nigeria. The internal buccaneer we have are the northern Fulani elites who believe that Nigeria belongs to them. Whatever they ask for, they get it. We are very, very surprised. You see, one of the reasons why this thing has persisted and continued is because you and I and every other Nigerian, especially those from the south here, we have sold our rights.
In what way? How would I say?
If we had been challenging the Fulani and their arrogant behavior, they would have sat up, would have told them that, look, you don't own Nigeria.
No, but I want to totally disagree with you.
Okay.
In the sense that each time this issue comes up, we keep saying Fulanis, Fulanis. What is the percentage of Fulanis in Nigeria?
They are not
why is it that this small group, so to say, are holding everybody to ransom? Does it not also imply that people, Nigerians themselves, who are not from the Fulani extraction, does it not imply that they have also mortgaged themselves? Because nobody is talking. We keep saying the Fulani, but nobody has come out from the south, east, southwest, north central. Nobody has really come out to say we are not in tune with this. People are keeping quiet.
You know why they are keeping quiet? The Fulani have devised a very dangerous means of getting what they want. Violence. They have used it as a weapon to get whatever they want from Nigeria.
But if you say that, we're still having the same violence in the southeast.
We're
having violence in the southwest. So what kind of violence are you talking about?
Now, the violence whereby they will come to your community. They will take over your land, your farm, your ancestral home, and occupy it. Do you see this type of thing happening in the southeast? What is going on in the southeast is well known to everybody. The violence in the southeast was not mainly from the southeasterners. No, it was an imported violence. Most of the people operating in the southeast are not. They are not Igbos. They are not from the southeast. And we have confirmed that.
And why are the people not rooting them out? Why would we keep allowing outsiders to maroot, to come, kill, and scatter the people? Why would we do that?
Because the federal government is not even concerned about what they are doing. The federal government has, looked the other side while the Fulanis are rampaging the whole Nigeria. That's what we are saying. Somebody will come and tell me that not all Fulani is a lie. Go and check. It is their modus operandi. The real leadership who claim to be more civilized, more educated, they will not lead this their area boys and thugs to go and conquer an area. They will pretend as if they are not in cahoot with them. They will pretend as if they are not interested in what they are doing. But when they secure the area, then the leadership, the educated will now come and take over, and then it becomes part of their own state or nation.
Maybe
that was how the jihadists.
Well, maybe it is time, we begin to look beyond the structure called Nigeria. Maybe it's time we begin to look at the realities. Is Nigeria working?
It cannot work because it was not meant to work. Since independence, we have had leaders who were imposed on us by the Western world. If you don't agree with what they want you to do, they make sure you don't get there. All this Chatham House agenda and all that, do you think it's for nothing? No, you go there to sign what they want you to sign.
So in other words, the steps taken by Niger, Burkina Faso and others in getting themselves out of ECOWAS.
Exactly.
Are we now saying that is the way to go?
That is the best way to go. But until we have a leader who will do the same thing, we are stuck. Until we have a leader who will say, to hell with the Western world and their economic and whatever, we will not get anywhere. We have all it takes to be an independent. We are not yet independent. So let nobody be deceived. Though. We are not yet independent.
No, but you see, Barrister Darlington, to be honest with you, each time we talk about Nigeria, every time we talk about the Fulani people, I keep asking myself, why is it that all the tribes that make up Nigeria, why have they become so quiet? Why is there that nobody is speaking out?
I have told you the structure, the leadership structure is so dysfunctional. These people, they have established themselves as the powers that be.
The power brokers?
Yes, they have established themselves.
Are we going to be seeing them as the mafia that Dangote talked about?
Exactly, because both in the military and in the civilian, it is all about the Fulanis. When they came in 1804 in the north and conquered the whole north, and then exterminated all the Hausa princes who were already there, they now established themselves and created Emirate Council. Go and check in the north. No other person can be an emir except a Fulani man. Why? They made people there when they came in. They made people who were there. There was a structure there, but they have established all those and imposed their own structure. And because of the success of what they did in the north, they want to spread it all over Nigeria.
Okay, so when we talk about this ministry that is creating so much rancor in this country today, and we're looking at what government is talking about providing food in the year 2026, I'm trying to find out, how does it fit in? Are we saying that the creation of this new ministry will give a breathing space for Nigerians?
No.
Looking at 2026, because I'm wondering, is government expecting people to be hungry, to be starving until 2026? What economic sense, what leadership style is that people are dying of hunger? This is 2024. And you're telling people that they will begin to have food in 2026. So is it that we want to wait is it that the ministry that is being created is the solution to food crisis in Nigeria?
It is not. It is not. This is a deja vu. We have passed through this road before. Remember, under Babangida regime, there was a certain minister of education called Jubril Amini. He said that the nomadic Fulanis need to be given education, and so he started the nomadic education. Babangida asked him, where will money come for? This is the new thing entirely. Where are we going to get the money for this? Jubril Amini told you that you should not worry, that the money will come. What did they do? All the research funding, all the money subvention they used to give you, all the federal universities, they yank it off and use it for this particular nomadic education. Up to today, no single progress came from there. We didn't achieve anything. The money went down the drain because the nomadic headers, they are not interested in what they are doing. They say they'll be following them with
Does that imply that the kind of democracy we are practicing right now, maybe we should go back to true federalism? Where we have regions, let the regions develop at their own pace.
The North saw that in the first regional government we had, they didn't do so well. and so they wouldn't want it again. That's the truth.
So why is it that the North is holding everybody backwards?
It is because I told you that you and I, we have sold our rights.
I haven't sold my rights.
So that is the meaning.
No, I have not.
Like now, look at what Tinubu is doing. And Northerner cannot give you that preference or privilege. They will not. But look at what Tinubu is doing. All the presidents that come from the south here, look at, they only control to the north now. What does that tell you? Because they have used violence, threats.
But I don't think it is violence. I think more that, you know,
everybody is afraid of what they can do.
No. I don't think, no, I totally disagree with you.
Well,
I think it's more of individual interest before the interest of the nation.
What is it?
Because if you're saying that it's because of violence, they are not the custodian of violence. We know that. But I think it is because every political leader we have had in this country, it's patriotism. It's not about patriotism. It's about what they want individually. It's about satisfying themselves. So in order to keep themselves in power, they begin to, you know, dance to the tone of anybody or any group that will take them off power. Don't you think that way?
No, I don't think that way, because Buhari was in power for 8 years. He was acting like the lord of the manor. Tell me, anybody from the south here that challenged Buhari, tell me. He was not there doing whatever he liked. In fact, he's the one that empowered these people, the Fulani headers.
So why is this government doing the same thing?
That will tell you that yes, they have come to believe that the Fulanis, you don't offend them because they are so temperamental, they are so violent. They can do whatever they like and they are in power. Go and check all the ministries, all the...
When you say they are in power, we don't know. We have a southern president. We don't have a northern president. So why would you say they are in power?
They are in power, my brother. They are in power.
I totally disagree with you on that.
Even Tinubu himself knows that it is the North that kept him there. So he must not offend them.
Tinubu believes he was elected by you and I.
No, he knows. They not have told him that they were the one that gave him the vote, 60% or so, I mean 65%. They have been saying it, and the man has not challenged them. Why is it that? Look at how they threatened the wife. Look at how the wife of a and up to today, not a word from Tinubu. In fact, I'm sure that woman now is very careful where she goes in the north because of that threat. Up to today, nobody arrested anybody. What does that tell you? Can anybody do that here? Is that not a single evidence that you need to confirm that yes, these people, they are truly...
So are you now saying that if the election had gone the other way around, if Peter Obi had been president, would we be facing the same situation?
No. Peter Obi, he must be his own man. Peter Obi, as an Igbo man, you can't tell him what to do. That's what I'm telling you. Except you get a Nigerian president, a Nigerian elected by Nigerians. A Nigerian elected by Nigerians, not these people that were brought in by cabals, brought in by whatever, maybe drug pushers and all that. You accept to have a Nigerian president, Nigeria will not work. Mark my word.
How do we get that?
It is now left from you and me and other people listening to go in and think, how do we bring a Nigerian president that will make Nigeria work? Now, if you go by what El-Rufai's son is saying, that means this boy and his father, they know much more about what is going on. He has the secret of Tinubu in his hands. That's why they are so arrogant. Look at that boy.
No. You see, I want to look at it from a different perspective. I want to look at it from the point where the young man is upset that his father is being harassed here and there. But then, he has raised an issue. And that's the same issue you and I have talked about earlier. The issue that is indirectly acknowledging the fact that foreign powers are always behind our electioneering process.
Yes.
Now, how do we eliminate them?
It is by getting a leader who will shun their shenanigans.
But how do you get that leader? Because you need to be in power to be able to do that.
We already have them. It is left for these people who have sold their right to collect it back. That's what I'm telling you here. By the time you inform the people, let them know that their future is at stake here.
But do Nigerians actually believe that the future is at stake? Because we have what I call economic poverty. The poverty that has reduced people to zero, which is a weapon the government is using against the people. So at what point do you think people would say, I don't want to take your 5,000 naira. I don't want to take your tin of milk. I don't want to take this. I don't want to take that. Considering the level of poverty in the country today, how much sacrifice more do you expect from the people?
Economic poverty is very minor compared to the damage. What's it called now? Mindsets, intellectual poverty, mind poverty can do to a man. The worst thing that can happen to any man is to have this mental poverty. If you have got to that place, then the person is gone. That is why they will give you 5,000, and you don't ask yourself, what will this 5,000 do for me and my future? Because the mental poverty have taken over the actual mentality, their actual intellect. Tell me any reasonable man that can do that. No, they can't try it. I mean, well-educated person who has a good job, who knows what governance is all about, who knows what election, they won't go to such people. It is always the poor. The poor who
and the Bible says the poor must always be with us. But then let's move a step further. Let's move a step further. What is the interest of foreign nationals and foreign countries?
Let me tell you.
In the electionary process of Nigeria.
My brother, listen very well. Listen. You know what's going on in Congo? Since 1960 that Congo got independence, have there been peace there? The answer is no. Just last week there was a coup there. And you know what happened? So 120 militia groups are working in Congo today because of the mineral resources there. The Western powers have created all these groups to be fighting for them so that they'll be sucking their mineral resources. They wouldn't want them to have a good government that will checkmate them. It's the same thing they are doing here. Unfortunately, leaders after leaders in Nigeria don't even know. Until they have exhausted this thing, until they have plundered it, you won't know. The day they will leave you is the day this thing is exhausted. Mark my word, the day the Western powers will leave Nigeria is the day all these mineral resources have been plundered and wasted. That's when they will leave Nigeria and look for another green area and go there.
So you're saying that other than the cluelessness in quotes of our leaders, foreign nations are taking advantage of the Nigerian
They
people.
are the one that brought the clueless leaders or not. If not, can you tell me why anybody in the Western world will be doing business with Tinubu?
But he's the president of Nigeria.
He is now, yes, fine. All the efforts they have made for Joe Biden to speak with him, has he succeeded? They know what they want. That's why they are keeping him at arm's length. Whenever they need something, they will just tell you, we want to release your.
I've been thinking in the last few months when we had the issue of the finance, and suddenly, there was so much noise about it.
Course,
and then suddenly, some senators I heard in America wrote, and then the next day, our court said they have no case to answer.
Of course, I said it that day that Joe Biden will never speak with Tinubu. I said it that day. I said it. He will only tell one junior military to tell the Tinubu to release those people, and that was what happened. Did you hear any time they told you that Joe Biden spoke, even though they wrote to him? He didn't talk to Tinubu. He will never.
So bringing it back home.
He will never.
Bringing it back home. 2026. Is it not a long time for hungry, starving Nigerians to wait upon this government for food to come to them?
No. What they're giving you now is starvation allowance. They want to keep you for the election. And they want to make sure you don't die and you don't live. That is it. Keep you in between life and death.
Limbo.
The limbo, so that you can manipulate you during the election after you voted. You will now see the real head. Because if you come back in second term, maybe because remember when Buhari came back, he said the next level. Was it not when we now saw real head under his watch? It's the same trajectory that people want to follow. He will be doing everything to enter second term. They will now burn his fans. You will now know the real truth. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what's going to happen. All this time we should wait until 2026. We all know. I said it before. All the money.
But let me interject here. Was it yesterday or so? The federal government said they were going to share fertilizer to farmers.
One truck for each state.
Yeah. No. It was one. Is it one truck? Yeah. No, I think they are going to share to the east state, and then each senator was going to get 2 trucks, while the honorable members were going to get 1 truck. And I got really worried, and I started asking myself, when did we begin to distribute fertilizer in this country as if we are sharing palliatives? And then the second thing that comes to mind is you're giving out fertilizer. and you're not taking care of insecurity, how do you want the farmers who you are giving these fertilizers to use them? Now you come to Lagos State or you go to the south is where they don't use fertilizer and you're giving them fertilizers. What do you want them to do with it?
I wonder. What happens is that those fertilizers, if they give it to this honorable member and the dishonorable members, it will never get to their states. Those fertilizers will be sold on the road.
But the question I'm asking is it that they're going to give them the fertilizers as in trucks, or they're going to give them the equivalent of the cash for the fertilizers?
No, it's the fertilizer itself. Oh. But I'm telling you now, they will sell it. It will not get to the real farmers.
In other words, Nigerian leaders lack patriotism.
I don't even patriotism. They lack a creative ability. They don't have vision. When did you start distributing fertilizer to honorable members? What are they farming?
Constituencies. It's part of the constituency project.
No. There are some constituencies that they don't need such a thing. In the first place, the land is not there. The land is not there. Give it to the north that have land. They have land for farming, for God's sake. Is there any place maybe in Imo State today you can see 500,000 hectares of land? It's not possible. You can't find it in Imo State. I mean, 500,000.
But thank God you're from Imo State.
Your
governor says that what you're going through right now is not caused by this government. That this government has done so well. No. But it is caused. It says a worldwide issue.
These are the things I'm telling you, that they will look around, and look one sarcophagus and bring him and impose him on the people. They did it. So
you're saying that your governor was imposed on people of Imo State?
It's a psychopath. From Buhari to Tinubu, it's a psychopath. No put on them. If not, how can you open your mouth and say this type of thing? Because you are in APC. If you are in the other party, will you say what you are saying? That's what I'm telling you. That's what they do. They will select the same way the Western world will look for one psychopath and impose him on Nigeria, who will be dancing to their tune. Yeah, you can see it. So,
Barrister Darlington, how do we solve food crisis in Nigeria?
The only way to solve food crisis is to stop the bandits and Fulani herdsmen from ravaging the
farmland. Are you saying that the Nigerian military does not have the balls to do that?
They don't, because the leadership have not told them what to do. It is that they cannot.
But during the time of Ihejeka, we saw a semblance of the real Nigerian soldiers who go outside the shores of Nigeria and make us proud. So what is going on right now?
What is going on is that agenda they are pursuing.
And which is?
Islamization of Nigeria.
Is it possible?
It's already here.
It's not possible.
Oh, no, my brother, hold on. You remember Turkey was the last time point. If they have taken, if not for the Crusaders who came to stop them in Turkey, they have already entered Europe. Go and read the history, how Turkey was overrun. Turkey is was a complete Christian state. All the things we read in the Bible about all the monuments is there. But when they came in, they bastardized all of them. And God punished them with that earthquake for destroying all his monuments and everything. What I'm telling you is that go and read their history. That's how they always repay their content. That's what you are seeing now. They will subdue you, make sure that they beat you with so much violence, and then subdue you. When you go to that point of helplessness, it's either you agree with them or you die. That is what our people are resisting in the southeast. That's what they are resisting. And people didn't understand what IPOB was with ESN. If not for those people, what is going on in Benue and Plateau would have been worse in Imo State, because that was their plan. But we were far ahead of them. Nnamdi Kanu was far ahead of them. That's why those things were created, to checkmate them. And now they are calling them terrorist group. Look around the whole world. Mention any country that have labeled IPOB a terrorist group, except Buhari. Just because we resisted his evil agenda in the southeast. That's all. When you want to hang a dog, you give it a bad name. I have asked you here, can you tell me any place in the southeast where IPOB or ESN have gone to dominate and ask them to be paying ransom before they can access their farm? Can you tell me where IPOB or ESN have gone to a village and kill everybody there for one reason or the other? Rather, they are protecting our people. And the federal government knows this. So that's why they want to make them look.
So 2026, the federal government or the mouthpiece of the government have said 2026, Nigerians will have food.
Yes.
What do we do between 2024 to 2026? What do we eat?
Well, we start, what do you call it now? We start begging. We are already a nation of begging. You know, South Africa called us a generator republic. Maybe this are, they call it a beggarly republic to complete the infamy. That was going to, everybody, we let us continue to beg. Palliative. After one palliative, they bring another.
You raise an issue, palliative.
Then,
no, hold on, Barrister. Palliative. Is it not insulting that so much money is being voted and is being called palliative to Nigerians who are hardworking, Nigerians who go outside the shores of Nigeria and they make name for the nation? How did we get to that level where palliative has become
part of our life?
Yes.
It is because you have a bad leader. A leader who don't have any vision. You know how when the Lagos Ibadan package Tinubu, they say it's a master strategy. He's the only one who has prepared for governorship since 30 years ago. I was on this studio, I was saying, look, forget it. You people don't know what you're saying. They called me names and all that. Today, because I know this man like the back of my hands. I know what he did in Lagos State here. He tried with press. You know, he has a media house. So they package him and make him look like he's the next thing after God. But look at it today. Look at it. He has not, Tinubu have not run any business. I mean, a hardcore business that say, yeah, who managed this business to this level? He has not. Everything he told us about is all lies from beginning to the end. And I'll ask him, I say, is this person that is a master strategist? A man, you cannot trace anything good to his name. Anything good to his name. Today, look at it. I wonder where those people are now. All the people that brought Tinubu to us, who packaged him and told us he's the next thing after God. You can see. So that will tell you that people that have been running Nigerian affairs are not politicians. I have said it. They are just what? Opportunists. They came to collect their own national cake and then move on, just like Buhari did. Okay, look at it this way. With all that Buhari did, even the one he confessed with Roma, have anybody mentioned his name in the corruption?
But no past president of Nigeria has ever been called to book.
So why would you not think that this person will be called to? Even look, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that anybody should be a saint. It's not possible. Even God knows that. He said, "All have sinned and come short of His glory." We are not asking you to be a saint. It's not possible. Please, if you come into office and you saw 10 naira in our treasury, why not use 8 naira and work for us? It will show. If you like, take the other 2 naira for yourself. If you are giving us 8 naira and you use it to work, it will show now that yes, you are working. But when you come into office and the reverse is the case, out of 10 naira, you took 8 naira and put in your pocket first. What will 2 naira do for the whole nation? That's what is the problem now.
So
they are so greedy.
So Nigerians will have to wait till 2026
exactly.
to have food on their tables.
Yes. If you cannot beg, maybe the person will just find himself in a dishonorable grave. And that's it. People will die.
Nigerians, they're gonna gather on ourselves for the hunger is gonna be real.
Because we did not farm this year. So what are you going to harvest next year? What are you going to eat next year? From October, November, December, and a harvest period will come. So what are you going to harvest since you do not plant? You can see. If at this planting season now we are bringing food now, that means there is nothing to harvest by the end of the year. That means next year will be worse. It's as simple as that. Look at, there are no two ways about it. If you plant something now, there are certain crops you know when to harvest it. It's planting season now, and you are not planting.
But the president's wife has come out to ask every Nigerian to turn their backyards, their side yards, everywhere to plant. To turn them into a farm.
That thing she did there is not to a plot of land. She cannot even feed her family in that sort of the people there if they harvest it. So is that what she's encouraging for a whole Nigeria? We are talking of mass farming. How did China feed their people? Did you hear China begging for food from anybody all over the world? I'm talking a nation of 1.4 billion human beings. A nation 1.4 billion. How did they survive? Are we not ashamed of ourselves? Just 200 million and you are struggling for food. If we now get to 300 and 400 million, what will now happen? We will not be eating ourselves. That will tell you where we are heading to. All these nations that are great today, they laid a solid foundation for their future growth. In Nigeria, we have not laid any foundation at 64 years. 64 years old. Please, let me ask you, if you see a full grown man at 64, who did not go to school. He did not acquire any skill. He's not even working. He's not even doing any business. He has not acquired anything that can make him move forward in life at 64. With that person, will you call him a human being? The person already gone. There's no hope for that person. Nothing. That's where Nigeria is now. 64, you don't have, like, you are struggling with 3,000 megawatts of electricity. 3,000 megawatts.
But people keep saying that.
Something that one company will use in America, one of their military manufacturing factories, they consume 3,000 megawatts of electricity, and that's what a whole country is struggling with.
Nigerians keep saying, let us pray, let us keep our fingers crossed. We're hoping that things will get better. We're hoping that we'll still be alive 2026 to receive the food being promised to us by the government.
Nothing will get better until you do something. Where we are now, we are no longer hoping for anything to get better, because we have been hoping upon hope. Every government that comes, let us hope, keep hope alive, renewed hope. Meanwhile, nothing to hope on. You can only hope when there is, if you come back from work now and you perceive the aroma of something from the kitchen, you cannot go and take your bath and relax and be waiting for the food.
But this time nothing comes out.
But when you go to, not everywhere is dry, you open the kitchen door, nothing. You see cockroach and rat flying all over the place. You now ask yourself,
but don't you think a time will come, even the cockroaches and the rats,
they will not have anything to your head? That's it. So we are at that point now. We are at that point now.
That's good. Thank you.
We are at that point now.